Welcome to the show. I'm Kathy Ireland. As we all look for ways to live happier, healthier lives, consumer interest is shifting from pills and ointments that mask symptoms and instead are focusing on products that help get to the root of what ails us. Today, we're joined by Tomoyuki Iwanami, Chief Creative Officer and CMO of MANDA Fermentation USA, Inc., to discuss the powerful role fermented foods play in balancing gut health and boosting the immune system. Welcome, Tomo.
Thank you, Kathy.
Tomo, why are fermented foods so important?
Fermented foods, I guess three main reasons might be. One is the health benefits, of course. Another would be absorption. A lot of people do not focus on this, but when foods are fermented, the nutrients are kind of broken down so it's easily digestible. So in that sense, it's a very important part of your diet. The third one, fermented foods have been around actually for thousands of years. If you read about it, some might say 6,000 BC or so were the first fermented foods. Kind of borrowing our president, Dr. Matsura's words, if something has been around for so long in our lives, it must be necessary, must be important. It is a very low-tech technology, but it's been around for so long that I guess it must be very important to humans in general.
And what are some of the benefits of fermented foods?
The number one benefit would be gut health, to balance and regulate your gut health. And the reason why that's important is because a lot of your body is influenced by your gut health, whether it's metabolism or your immune system. Just to give you an idea, the human body is said currently to be about 30 trillion cells. It's made of 30 trillion cells. It's a large number, but the amount of bacteria in your intestines and your gut and your digestive system is said to be 100 trillion. And if you put that into weight, again, depending on what you're reading, 200 grams to about 4 pounds of your body is actually bacteria that live inside your body. And so you could kind of imagine the effect and the influence that would have on your body. If that all goes bad, of course your body is going to be bad. So it's very important to kind of help regulate your gut health. And fermented foods are known, and there's more research being done right now to kind of help regulate and balance that.
There are two key health promoters nowadays everyone talk about in the health industries. One is regular exercise. The other thing is intestinal health. The more and more research support the importance of intestinal health. And fermented food is one of the key ingredients to maintaining good intestinal health. And as you know, Japan had the longest life expectancy in the world, and people there consume a wide variety of fermented food. That makes me think there is a relationship between fermented food and your health.
I've been taking MANDA products for approximately 2 years. I'm 64 years old, but taking the products and a good diet, a healthy diet, I don't feel 64. I feel younger. I can't explain it. I can't even pinpoint what age I feel, but I do feel like I can keep up with my children, doing things around the house, in the yard, traveling, all sorts of activities, and I just want to keep going like this for years to come. So yes, I would recommend the products to anyone, and to incorporate it with the healthy diet, I think is the best and most beneficial combination you can make. It's a winning combination.
Your core product, MANDA Wellness Superfood, it's hugely popular in Japan. What makes it so special?
Our product, MANDA Superfood, this is created with 53 different ingredients. These ingredients are comprised of fruit, vegetables, grains, and algae. These have been fermented for 3 years and 3 months. There are no additives. So the interesting part is these are just all sourced and picked at the prime of each harvest, and they're introduced through the course of 3 years and 3 months. not everything is just thrown in for 3 years, 3 months. And so everything from the skin, the seeds, everything is used. So you get the nutrition from every single ingredient as a whole. And so there's no other product out there like MANDA Superfood. And that's the most unique thing, is just the technology that goes into it to create the product.
Tomo, does the level of fermentation and that particular formulation, does that target specific ailments?
No, it doesn't target specific ailments. It's more about gut health as a whole, which is, we feel, very important, the most important part. So we wouldn't say, you know, this is for arthritis or this is for some other disease. It's kind of to balance your gut health.
私の父がマンダ酵素の開発者であり創業者なんですが、私の実家は代々造り酒屋やっておりまして、その発酵技術がベースになってこの商品が開発されました。発酵は長い歴史を持ってます。一説によると紀元前っていうふうに言われているんですが、少なくとも数千年の歴史があるんですけど、私の持論として、長いものは長い歴史を有するものっていうのは意味があると思ってます。逆に言えば世の中に必要とされてないものは淘汰されると思ってるんですけども、それぐらい発酵という技術っていうのは長い歴史を持ってまして、世の中に有用だろうと思ってます。もともと発酵というのは食品飲料を保存性を高めるという技術として開発されているんですが、それ以外に、風味を高めたり、それから栄養価を上げたりと、そういった利点を有しています。
弊社の発酵におけるユニークさは、一つは、原材料に元来存在する微生物をそのまま発酵に生かしているという点です。それから、独自の連続発酵生産をさせることで産生される活性物質をそのまま取り込んでいるということです。これらの活性成分についてですけれども、間接的に人に作用する、プレバイオティクス効果なところと、それから直接人に作用する、ことが、近年の研究で明らかになってきております。
Tomo, can you tell us about your beverage mix?
Oh yes, it's actually right here.
Okay.
So this is a sachet of the super drink. This has actually the superfood inside, but it has probiotics added. It has mulberry leaves, young barley leaves, and matcha as well.
And how does your super drink differ from MANDA Wellness Superfood?
Super drink is a powder form. So you can mix this into water or milk or a smoothie. Some people actually sprinkle it on ice cream.
That sounds so great.
It is, yeah, it's actually pretty delicious. It's like a matcha ice cream that you get.
Okay,
That's
and it's
good for you.
healthy. Yeah,
Exactly,
okay,
yes.
then I can eat lots of ice cream.
Yes.
Okay,
And we also have the superfood is actually a paste.
okay.
So this one is a sachet of the superfood, but this is more like a paste substance, unlike this, which is a powder.
Okay.
This you could just take as is, just tear the top off and eat it.
Right.
Or you could put it in a smoothie or yogurt or oatmeal. But for me, I personally, because I like tea, to drink tea, I kind of do this at night, just kind of to wind down a little bit. And if you are a tea drinker, I think this would be interesting because it tastes like matcha
Right.
a lot.
Awesome. And so for those of us who may not have a lot of experience with fermented foods, what do MANDA products taste like? I mean, you said matcha.
Oh, okay. Yes, so this one does taste like matcha, as you said. But this one, the paste, it has more of a molasses taste to it. Initially, to me, it tasted like a prune paste almost.
Okay.
But because it has so many different ingredients in it, people pick up different notes. Like some people taste an apple or an orange or a fig even.
Right.
So it kind of depends on who's eating it, but it is a sweet paste.
And is taste the biggest element that sets you apart from other companies experimenting with fermentation?
Taste definitely is one of the components, but I would have to say the most significant part is the technology that goes into this product. I know fermentation itself is a very low technology, but year after year we make new batches. And as you know, if you go to the same tree, an apple tree every year, you get different apples.
Right.
But being able to replicate the same formula year after year with different harvests, that is like the most amazing part of the product. And something that nobody else can do.
And I mean, while fermented products have been popular in Japan for centuries, it seems like this is still fairly new in the United States. I mean, why should Americans consider adding fermented foods to their diets on a daily basis?
I would say the health benefits are the number one reason. And if you do think about it, fermented foods are actually a part of our lives. Cheese, that's something I know a lot of people eat, even here in the States.
Right.
But sauerkraut, pickles, there's so many things that we eat day to day that we don't really realize it's a fermented food.
Right.
But it actually is. Intake more of those, of course. And then there are products like ours, health foods, that it doesn't really disrupt your routine at all. It's a small sachet that you could just take in the morning or at night or during the day, carry it around with you on a hike or anywhere.
Right.
And just kind of care a little more about your gut health and be aware that there's so much that it does to help influence your body in a good and bad way. And that there are things such as introducing fermented foods into your diet that can help you and benefit you.
As Asians, we've eaten fermented food for centuries, and it's something that we've done with our ancestors. And a lot of it has to do with health, and a lot of it has to do with food preservation. So I think that now Western culture has really seen the benefits of fermented foods. So we're really excited to introduce this MANDA product to Chifa and really allow our customers to have this experience.
古来より日本っていうのは発酵食品、発酵飲料に恵まれてきたんですけども、米国でもその恩恵を得られるように、我々も頑張っていきたいなというふうに思ってます。我々がやってる事業っていうのは食品だけではなくて、畜産ですとか水産といった動物、それから植物といった農業ですねにも貢献できるような資材等も開発しておりまして、もっと言えば企業理念に掲げてます地球への健康ですね、これも寄与していきたいというふうに、と思ってます。日本以上にアメリカの人たちも受け入れていただけるように頑張りたいなと思ってます。
Well, Tomo, thank you so much for sharing about the incredible work that you're doing. Congratulations, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And thank you for watching. I'm Kathy Ireland.